Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Here are the latest trending news stories from around the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Harris set to name VP peak ahead of swing state tour. Virginia man charged with threatening Vice President Harris. Biden convening national security team as tensions flare between Israel and Iran. U.S. Supreme Court declines to hold Trump's sentencing in hush money case. J.D. Vance's wife defends his quip about childless cat ladies. Hurricane Debby roars ashore in Florida. Musk-backed PAC under investigation for potential violations of Michigan laws. Hasina's ouster grabs global headlines. UN chief calls for peaceful democratic transition in Bangladesh. Indian PM Modi chairs key meet over Bangladesh unrest. Athletics Lyles eases through 200-meter heat in bid for sprint double. And Simone Biles upstaged by Rebecca Andrade in floor final at Paris Games. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. Kamala Harris is about to announce her running mate as she gears up for a tour of key U.S. battleground states. She aims to turn the excitement over her presidential campaign into strong support for her victory. Harris started her 5-day tour today in Pennsylvania, the largest swing state, to build momentum for her showdown with Republican Donald Trump on November 5. At this moment, we face a choice between two visions for our nation, one focused on the future and the other on the past. This campaign is about people coming together, fueled by love of country, to fight for the best of who we are, Harris posted on X. Having secured enough delegate votes for the Democratic nomination, Harris, the first female, Black, and South Asian vice president, heads into the national convention in Chicago in 2 weeks with total control of her party. Despite her campaign being just 2 weeks old, the 59-year-old former prosecutor has broken fundraising records, drawn huge crowds, and dominated social media. She has erased the polling leads Trump had before President Joe Biden dropped out of the race. A Virginia man, Frank Carrillo, was charged with making violent threats online against Vice President Kamala Harris just days after she started her U.S. presidential campaign. Carrillo was charged on Friday in federal court in Virginia. He posted several threatening messages on the social media site Gettr targeting Harris. One post said, "Kamala Harris needs to be put on fire alive. I will do it personally if no one else does." Another message warned that Harris would regret running for president. This post appeared on July 27, 6 days after President Joe Biden announced he would not run for re-election and endorsed Harris as the Democratic candidate. The account also posted threats against Biden and FBI Director Christopher Wray. FBI agents found a rifle and a handgun at Carrillo's home, according to court documents. Carrillo was set to make his first court appearance on Monday. There was no immediate information about his attorney. The U.S. Justice Department has expressed concern over the increasing threats to public officials. Recently, former President Donald Trump was wounded in an assassination attempt at a campaign rally, but the motive remains unknown. President Joe Biden gathered his national security team on Monday to discuss the Middle East situation as the region prepared for Iran's possible retaliation against Israel. This comes after the assassinations of Hamas and Hezbollah leaders, escalating the 10-month Gaza war. Earlier, Secretary of State Antony Blinken talked with Qatari and Egyptian officials about reducing regional tensions. State Department spokesman Matt Miller emphasized the importance of avoiding escalation. Many countries, including the US, UK, and Canada, advised their citizens to leave Lebanon. The Polish airline LOT cancelled flights to Lebanon and Israel due to conflict fears on Monday. NBC News reported sonic booms over Beirut, although their source was unclear. The Israeli military struck a terrorist cell in southern Lebanon after projectiles were fired at northern Israel. Gaza health officials reported over 70 deaths from Israeli strikes over the weekend, with the worst death toll nearing 40,000. Israel anticipated a potential attack by Iran and Hezbollah following the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh and Hezbollah's Fuad Shukr. Iran vowed to punish Israel, which did not confirm involvement but praised the actions. The Pentagon announced more fighter jets and Navy warships would be sent to the region. Diplomats have been working to prevent a larger war, but tensions remain high. On Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected Missouri's attempt to stop Donald Trump's upcoming sentencing for his conviction in New York. The court also decided to keep a gag order on Trump until after the November 5 presidential election. Missouri argued that the case against Trump was limiting voters' rights to hear from the Republican presidential nominee. The Supreme Court's decision was unsigned, but Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito expressed they would have considered Missouri's case. Trump was convicted in May of falsifying business records to hide a $130,000 payment made to porn star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Daniels claimed she had an affair with Trump, which he denies. Prosecutors argued the payment was intended to help Trump's 2016 campaign, which led to his win over Hillary Clinton. Trump plans to appeal his conviction after his sentencing set for September. Missouri's Attorney General Andrew Bailey had filed a lawsuit on July 3 asking the Supreme Court to delay Trump's sentencing and the gag order imposed by New York State Judge Ewan Merchan. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Usha Vance, wife of former President Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, defended her husband's controversial 2021 comments about childless cat ladies leading the country. In a Fox and Friends interview, Usha explained that J.D. Vance's remark was meant to highlight the challenges families face in the U.S., not to offend. She urged people to focus on the substance of his message rather than the phrase itself. Vance had previously described the comment as sarcastic and criticized the media for emphasizing the sarcasm over the point he was making. Usha acknowledged that dealing with negative press has been tough but said it has helped her develop a thick skin. She praised the support from people and the Secret Service since Trump announced J.D. Vance as his running mate, noting the significant changes, including having code names and extra security. The Vances aim to keep their children out of the spotlight, allowing them to enjoy their lives away from public attention. Usha also praised the Secret Service's role during a recent assassination attempt on Trump, calling it a shocking experience. Hurricane Debby hit Florida's Gulf Coast early Monday, causing power outages for hundreds of thousands. The storm made landfall in Florida's Big Bend area as a Category 1 hurricane, with winds reaching 80 miles per hour due to the warm Gulf of Mexico. Over 250,000 people have lost electricity so far. The National Hurricane Center warned of life-threatening storm surges, with water levels rising 6 to 10 feet in some areas. Debby is expected to bring potentially historic heavy rainfall and catastrophic flooding as it moves northeast across Georgia and South Carolina. Governor Ron DeSantis, in an emergency briefing, highlighted the significant flooding risk in north-central Florida. Both DeSantis and NHC Deputy Director Jamie Rome urged residents to prepare. Mandatory evacuations were ordered in Citrus County, with voluntary evacuations in 8 other counties. Debby is forecasted to drop 6 to 12 inches of rain in parts of Florida and up to 30 inches in coastal Georgia and South Carolina. The governors of Georgia and South Carolina have declared a state of emergency. President Joe Biden approved an emergency declaration for Florida, allowing federal aid to be expedited. DeSantis has activated the National Guard with 3,000 members ready to assist. A political action committee supported by billionaire Elon Musk is under investigation in Michigan for possible state law violations, according to the Michigan Secretary of State's office. The America PAC, backed by Musk, has been collecting detailed voter information from people in Michigan and other states through a registered to vote section on its website. The Michigan Department of State is reviewing whether the PAC's activities break state laws and may refer any violations to the Michigan Attorney General's office. The department emphasized that citizens should know how their personal information is used by PACs, especially if they claim to assist with voter registration. The investigation is in its early stages and no specific details have been confirmed yet. Neither the Michigan Attorney General's office nor the America PAC has commented on the situation, and Musk has not responded to requests for comment. Elon Musk, who is the world's richest person, has publicly supported Donald Trump in the US presidential race. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Sheikh Hasina's 15-year rule as Bangladesh's Prime Minister ended Monday as she fled the country amid widespread protests and unrest. The military announced it would form an interim government, and Army Chief General Waqaruzzaman stated Hasina had resigned. Reports indicate that Hasina, 76 years old, was flown by military helicopter to India, with conflicting reports about whether she landed in Agartala or Delhi. Following her departure, there were reports of looting and arson across Bangladesh. Security forces who had previously supported Hasina did not stop Sunday's protest, which resulted in at least 94 deaths, bringing the total death toll since July to around 300. Images showed crowds looting and damaging the Gana Bhavan, Hasina's official residence. Michael Kugelman from the Wilson Center warned that Hasina's exit could lead to instability if the transition is not handled carefully. International media, including BBC and CNN, covered the events extensively. BBC highlighted the widespread chaos and predicted an economic crisis for Bangladesh. Other outlets like NDTV and The Hindu reported on the political uncertainty and Hasina's flight from the country. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres called for calm in Bangladesh after Sheikh Hasina's resignation and departure. Guterres urged a peaceful, orderly and democratic transition and emphasized the need for a full, independent, impartial and transparent investigation into recent violence, according to his spokesman, Farhan Haq. Hasina's resignation followed weeks of violence triggered by student protests demanding reforms to the quota system for public service jobs. Since July 16, nearly 300 people have been killed in clashes. The government made changes to the quota system on July 23, but by then, about 200 people had already died. Protesters demanded Hasina's resignation on August 3, blaming her government for the deaths. The violence peaked on August 4 with at least 93 people, including 14 police officers, killed in the worst clashes. Sheikh Hasina had been in power since 2009, serving her fourth consecutive term and fifth overall. The UN's call for calm comes amid ongoing unrest and uncertainty in Bangladesh. The Indian Cabinet Committee on Security, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, met Monday evening to discuss the crisis in Bangladesh. Key figures at the meeting included Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit Shah, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. PM Modi was briefed by S. Jaishankar, and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi also spoke with Jaishankar about the situation. Sheikh Hasina, who has been Bangladesh's Prime Minister since 2009, fled the country after severe unrest on Sunday, which saw nearly 100 people killed. General Waqaruzzaman, Bangladesh's army chief, announced on state television that Hasina had resigned and that a caretaker government would be formed by the military. Hasina's plane landed at an airbase near Delhi, India, Monday evening. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met her. Reports suggest Hasina might seek political asylum in London. Her son Sajib Wajid Joy hinted that she may not return to politics, citing her disappointment over the strong public opposition despite her efforts to improve the country. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 17,725.18. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 437.08 points or 2.41%. Tokyo stock close price is 31,458.42. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 4,451.28 points or 12.40%. Shanghai stock close price is 2,860.70. The Shanghai index decreased by 44.64 points or 1.54%. Hong Kong stock close price is 16,698.36. The Hang Seng Index decreased by 247.15 points or 1.46%. Bombay stock close price is 78,759.40. The Sensex Index decreased by 2,222.55 points or 2.74%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Less than 24 hours after winning gold in the 100 meters, Noah Lyles continued his quest for an Olympic sprint double by winning his 200-meter heat in 20.19 seconds. Lyles, who is unbeaten in 25 races over the 200-meter since the Tokyo Olympics, is aiming for up to 4 gold medals in Paris. He seeks to match the achievements of Jesse Owens and Carl Lewis, who won 4 golds at a single games. Defending 200-meter champion Andre Degrasse from Canada finished second in Lyles' heat with a time of 20.30 seconds. American Kenny Bednarek, who was a silver medalist in Tokyo, had the fastest overall time in the heats with 19.96 seconds, despite finishing 7th in the 100-meter final. Arian Nathan, a young American who won silver and bronze at the World Championships, also qualified with a time of 19.99 seconds. Botswana's Letsile Tebako and South Africa's Wade van Niekerk, the 400-meter world record holder, also made it through to the semi-finals. Van Niekerk, who skipped the 400-meter to focus on the 200-meter, acknowledged he will need to improve to compete with the top athletes. Simone Biles had an unexpected end to her Olympic floor exercise final as she was beaten by Brazilian gymnast Rebeca Andrade, who won gold. Biles, who made 2 errors by stepping out of bounds on her tumbling passes, finished with a score of 14.133, earning a silver medal. Despite this, she secured her 11th Olympic medal in the balance beam final. Biles slipped and finished 5th. Italy celebrated its first ever Olympic gold in women's gymnastics as Alice Di Amato won the beam competition, where 4 of the 8 finalists fell. Di Amato's teammate Manila Esposito took bronze behind China's Zhou Yaqin, who won silver. Japanese gymnast Shinosuke Oka also had a remarkable games, finishing with 4 medals, including 3 golds. He won bronze in the parallel to birds behind China's Zhou Jingwan, who won gold, and Ukraine's Ilya Kovtun, who took silver. Oka later won gold on the horizontal bar, a final marked by several mistakes. Colombian Angel Burgos won silver, while Taiwan's Tang Chiahong and China's Zhang Boheng shared bronze. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Harris set to name VP pick ahead of swing state tour. Virginia man charged with threatening Vice President Harris. Biden convening national security team as tensions flare between Israel and Iran. U.S. Supreme Court declines to hold Trump's sentencing in hush money case. J.D. Vance's wife defends his quip about childless cat ladies. Hurricane Debby roars ashore in Florida. Musk-backed PAC under investigation for potential violations of Michigan laws. Hasina's ouster grabs global headlines. UN chief calls for peaceful democratic transition in Bangladesh. Indian PM Modi chairs key meet over Bangladesh unrest. Athletics Lyles eases through 200-meter heat in bid for sprint double. And Simone Biles upstaged by Rebecca Andrade in floor final at Paris Games. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.